Someone said that in every human society, also even in every human relationship, there are usually two categories of people. People who exploit others, either within the context of a relationship or within the context of community living or society. And those who are exploited. That is, there are exploiters and the exploited. Exploitation. Let's talk about it today briefly, because that is what the first thing of the day denounces. Prophet Amos denounced exploitation, even threatened those who were responsible. People will trample on the needy, those who oppress and suppress the poor, people who manipulate the system to enrich themselves, people who manipulate their friends for their own selfish gains. During the time of Prophet Amos, the rich were getting richer, the poor were getting poorer. The situation was built in a way that the rich were taking unfair advantage of the poor, who were more or less the farmers at the time. They had the agricultural products, but the rich wouldn't give them access to the market except through themselves. So they built a platform that when you finish with your farming, you want to sell to make money, we are the people to buy from you. And when we buy from you, then we go and resell those products in higher prices or in higher cost to even the poorer members of the society. So when the poor, the farmers have the products, they must sell to the rich at their own bidding, at their own pricing. So the rich were getting richer and the poor were getting poorer, because the rich will enrich themselves by selling those products in higher prices, in higher costs to the rest members of the society. So Amos said, no, this is not good. This is exploitation. You are manipulating the farmers. You are also taking unfairly advantage of them. They were scamming the society and getting rich. You know, whenever we talk about exploitation, we think often it is between the rich and the poor. It is, but it's not exclusive. Even in our own family setting, even in our own relationship, people exploit the other for their selfish gains. People exploit the system also to get more favors other than that is due for them. I have my own personal experience within the context of this parish. Sometimes I feel that people exploit me. Sometimes I feel that people take undue advantage maybe of my goodness. I don't know if I am good anywhere, but I feel that sometimes people take undue advantage of my position because I am a priest. And when they come to you crying, you must answer to them. And if you don't, then you become somehow not very good a priest. There was this incident, I think I shared that experience, so that story with the people at 6 p.m. Mass. There was this family that came around and they wanted baptism for their daughter who was about 11, 12 years. And I said, at this age, and because your daughter is not at the point of death, we are going to follow the normal RCIA program. And we are just coming in June. We just finished 2 months ago with Easter celebration of all the people we prepare for RCIA. But they were persistent. Every Sunday they will show up to my face. Have you changed your mind to baptize our daughter? In one of those occasions, I had to ask them, but you guys are new to me. You are not members of the parish. Yes, we moved in here and my daughter wants to be a Catholic. Are you going to deny my daughter baptism? I said, this is getting to blackmail, you know? I said, okay, I'm going to do the baptism, but I'm not going to administer First Holy Communion and confirmation. I will do the baptism, and then she got to wait till October when we begin the RCIA program. Then she can do Holy Communion and and confirmation in Easter. So they said, okay, all we needed was baptism. Just do baptism. That's all she wanted. She wants to be a Catholic. So I had sessions for them. Then I did the baptism on a Sunday afternoon. After the baptism, I gave them the certificate of baptism, and that was the last time I saw them. I felt so bad. I shared my experience with another priest within the area. And while describing the lady, she understood that the same person had come to him with the same request for baptism. And he told me, Nathaniel, they were not interested in becoming Catholics. They wanted a platform to get admission to St. Joseph's Catholic School. So I felt used. For over a year, I haven't seen their faces again because they have got the baptism certificate. You know, when you treat people as a tool to what you want, whether it is within the context of home or relationship, you want your immigration status to be fine, and therefore you get into a relationship with a lady or a man because you feel that that will give you a legal state or a legal stay in the society. That is manipulation. That is exploitation. When you go to work and you think that by scamming people around, you get a better pay or you get a better grade. That is exactly what Amos said. It is wrong. Exploiting people to get something better or to get some selfish benefits. So, dear friends, going back to our lead question, our lead quote, that in every human society or in every relationship, there are two kinds of persons: people who exploit others and those who are being exploited. Which state are you, or none of the above? Do you exploit someone? Or have you ever felt exploited by someone? You know, one of the bad things that happens when you feel exploited is that sometimes it kills your sense of compassion. It kills your sense of generosity. It could even affect your mental health. I tell you, after that incident with a family, I said to myself, whoever comes to my door again, knocking for baptism, I'm going to be so strict. I'm going to close my eyes. Even if tears are dropping from their eyes, I wouldn't care. But I couldn't live with that because it's not my nature. But that was my immediate reaction, that I wouldn't allow someone again to exploit me. So when we exploit people, we damage them. When we exploit people, we kill whatever is good in them. We may even turn them to monsters because they felt used. They felt that they were instruments in the hands of someone else. Today, may we go back treating people fairly and justly. Seeing in people not just instruments through which I'll get what I want, but as human beings, respecting their dignity and often following protocols. Amos said no, that exploitation was bad, manipulating people, scamming them. Just like we heard in the gospel today, the servants or the servant who was about to be dismissed had to scam his master debtors, canceling their debts because he wants something for his own benefit. I don't know how you feel if someone exploits you. I don't know how you feel if someone takes undue advantage of your kindness, of your vulnerability, of your naivety, of your goodness. It is often bad to treat people as tools.